Hey everybody, Jerrid and Brian Irving here, and we just got out of seeing Journey to
The Mysterious Island.
the Mysterious Island.
Amazing film.
Well, we already know what Brian thought of it. All right, well, I'll let you start then. Go ahead. What?
Let me preface
Amazing.
this. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm still slightly drunk. So
Are you really? You came to this movie drunk and you didn't share.
I drank before. I pre-gamed.
Fucking A, dude. See, that's what would have made this movie fun, is if you were drunk.
See what I thought.
If you were drunk.
Wait, how did you not think about getting drunk before going to see it?
Because I knew I'd have to do this review, and
That
I didn't
would
want
be great.
But yeah, but two of us drunk, that would have been.
Well, I'm not drunk, but I made sure I was sufficiently intoxicated by the time I got done with the movie. Be like, all right.
Wait, sufficiently intoxicated by the end of the movie? Were you drinking during the movie?
No, unfortunately, I was not.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay.
a sad thing, but.
So you really didn't like this. You were just amused because you were drunk.
It's not to say I didn't like this film. It had its moments, and I went into it going, hey, this is a movie meant for children.
Right.
So, and I could very much see how it would be entertaining for kids.
Right. No, I noticed that it was also made for children, but I was still just like not amused. I mean, okay, and
Were you a child?
I have been known to be kind of childlike.
Okay.
Yes.
You're a man child doesn't mean you are.
Well, no, I mean take Muppets. The Muppets was a kids movie that was really fun, really
but
good.
the Muppets is also something that has had its history in entertaining kids.
Right.
We actually were kids.
Right.
And it also appealed to it was a nostalgia factor.
Right.
There's no nostalgia factor in this.
There is no nostalgia factor, but I don't think, I don't know. The Muppets did have a lot of nostalgia, but it was also very cleverly done, unlike this movie. Okay, let me go ahead and get into this movie. All right, it starts off with Jeffrey, what the fuck his face is.
Josh Hutcherson.
Thank you. Yeah. And he's like on his dirt bike running from the cops in suburbia. Ooh. And the ridiculous voiceover ad libs to go along with it. Oh my God. Oh. It was just God. All right. Okay. So he ramps over this slide, lands into the neighboring house's pool. Oh, God, wackiness.
Ferris Bueller, baby.
Ferris Bueller. Oh, so, and then cops find him, and that's whenever they call his stepfather, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. That's whenever they call Dwayne Johnson over to bail him out, right? So the cops apparently the cops like a buddy of his, which they didn't even explain. They didn't even get into it all.
Well, what happened was that Dwayne owned some jabronis for him. So he owed him a favor.
Jesus Christ. So
they gave him the people's help.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? God.
Oh.
So goddamn.
Okay.
All right, so he's like, I saved your ass. If it wasn't for me, you'd be doing 6 months in juvie. And the kid, which, by the way, throughout this whole movie, the kid is like a fucking, just a douchebag, you know?
You mean he's a teenager?
No,
wait.
he's just an ungrateful little son of a bitch.
What teenager isn't? Especially when it's his fucking stepfather. It's not like it's even his real dad.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I guess.
He's
I don't
rebelling.
know.
You know, that's a tale as old as time.
Well, right. Well,
Song as
anyway,
old as rhyme.
he's like. I'm never doing a review with you again.
Come on, it's fine.
Yeah. All right, so you know, he's like, I just saved you from doing 6 months in juvie. I'd rather do the time.
You
Fuck
wouldn't.
you, you know? And he's just like this. He's got that attitude throughout this entire movie, right? And that's the only consistent thing about these characters. You know, all throughout that first act, he's all like, I'm a troubled teen, and I'm, you know, nobody understands me. And then all of a sudden, Dwayne Johnson's like, oh, hey, look at this book. Oh, hey, let's crack this code. Hey, wait, I'm not so bad after all.
Well, they have to start out with some sort of conflict, otherwise, you know, the meshing wouldn't happen. If they're just getting along the entire time, then I mean,
yeah, but gradual, not instant, not like
it wasn't necessarily instant. I mean, he was just
pretty-
like he's kind of like, all right,
it was pretty abrupt.
I'll listen to you at first, and I mean, right until the very end though, he's still like, you know, when he meets his grandfather, he's laughing because his grandfather's just putting his stepdad down left and right. And he's like, that's right, Grandpa, that's right. But then it gradually starts to be like, well, okay.
That was gradual, yeah, but everything else wasn't. Like, okay, grandfather, played by Michael Caine, by the way.
Yes.
Michael Caine's like, oh, I've been on this island for a couple years now, and this island's is going to sink in 15 years. And Dwayne Johnson's like, no, wait, it's going to sink in 3 days. So, and again, they have this like short argument, and suddenly Dwayne Johnson's the one that's right. No, you're right. No, I'm right. You're wrong. Even though you've been on this island for way longer than I have.
Yeah, but he hasn't. The grandfather's never had nautical training. I mean, clearly, Dwayne, it sounded official. He sounded like a goddamn scientist. He's like, liquefaction.
Dwayne Johnson's character in this is a former Navy officer, whatever. So that's where he's getting that.
Who had a sad childhood because his dad abandoned him.
Yeah, and that's the only thing they said about it too. That's the only thing. Yeah. Oh yeah, my dad left. Okay, bye.
It was clear one of those things. He's like, to get the young guy to be like, oh, well, his dad was a bandit, so he's actually trying. You know, it was one of those plot points where it's like, let's bring the stepdad and the stepson.
Yeah, did we have to know that? Did we have to know that? Okay,
Hell no,
and on the way,
know that.
right.
But
It was really unnecessary plot point, I guess. It wasn't even a plot point. It was just
throwing it out there.
Yeah, just throwing it out there.
The song from it.
You know what would have been a good plot point? Why the hell, showing that kid at the satellite station getting the code, which we didn't see. It just
started out as an action scene.
Yeah. Just, on the way to the car, you were like, he was on a nerd quest. Why didn't we see the nerd quest? That would have been great.
Because 12-year-olds wouldn't like that. Girls would be like, what's he doing? What's all that? What's all that equipment? But they say, dirt bike! Yay! ADD!
Dirt bike!
12 years old, I'm like, dirt bike! Yes!
Jesus.
I want a dirt bike now! Mommy, give me a dirt bike! Give me a dirt bike now!
Lights! Lights! Out go the lights!
Dirt bike!
Dirt bike! So... God.
But anyway, so yeah, I mean, they get on the island, yeah, and you're saying, so then Dwayne, the expert on water, he's like, hey, that's salt water. The only way the
You're
salt
crazy.
water...
This is not salt water.
This is salt water. I've done my calculations.
I've done my calculations. I've run the numbers.
Well, really? Did you put your finger in it like I did and taste it?
That's true. That's true. He's all like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Do I need to put my elbow in it too?
Oh, jeez.
So anyway, yeah. So
I think Brian was at the Royal Rumble the other day.
Hell yeah, baby! No, hell no. Wrestling is fake. Sorry. But anyway, back to the movie, which is the important part. So they decide, we got to get off this island. It's like, well, how are we going to get off this island? We don't have any transportation. Enter fucking Captain Nemo.
Captain Nemo.
Apparently, somehow, I don't know how this happened, but all these tails got off this island. Captain Nemo died.
Right.
Apparently on this island.
Right.
How did these tails get out? They had no transport. The Nautilus, it's there. It is, but
it was
it's
on
sitting.
Wikipedia.
Cite your sources,
Wikipedia.
Kids.
No.
So, but it comes to find out, the Captain Nemo's real. The Nautilus is real. Oh, and it's just harbored right off the island.
By the way, I guess we should go get into more of the plot. That's our problem right now. We're just going in like bit by bit by bit. You know, we haven't even mentioned Louis.
Luis Guzman, you mean?
Guzman, yeah, Louis Guzman.
Who's supposed to be the comic relief?
Oh yeah. Oh, real funny. Oh, God, this movie was so not amusing. I mean,
Luis Guzman was not amusing.
I'd probably have about as much of a reaction as I did with Zookeeper, but I'm holding this camera, so yeah, I'm a little limited at what I can do.
You gotta put this a bit above Zookeeper. Adam Sandler's a talking monkey versus Luis Guzman. At least we know Luis Guzman has acted before in his life.
Well, so did Adam Sandler, which is why that was sad. No, yeah, maybe I will put this slightly above Zookeeper, but...
And the thing is, this is geared towards children. Zookeeper was actually geared towards an adult audience, which is really sad.
Yeah.
But at least this one, it's like, their target audience was not 20-somethings.
Yeah.
20 to 30-somethings. It was not.
That's true.
It's kids.
That's true.
I don't know why they had a midnight showing, because...
There was
a kid there, though.
There was a kid. There was a kid, yeah.
Who was laughing hysterically.
I don't even think the kid was really having as much fun as the mom was. The mom was just all like, oh, Dwayne Johnson. Oh.
I'm like, Jesus, you going to go to Walmart after this and get some of the $5 bin? You're going to ride the Amigo, too, aren't you? Yeah, because you can't walk, right?
Jesus Christ.
I'm just going to offend everybody tonight. It's all good.
You know Brad's probably going to cut that out of there, right?
Oh, well. At least I didn't say she was Jewish or something. See, that'll get cut. All my Jew comments ever get cut. It's wrong. I'm like the Cartman, except I get edited out.
So, all right. So let's get on with this plot.
Yes.
Okay. So Dwayne Johnson and little Mr. Stepson. What was his name again?
His real name is Josh Hutcherson.
Okay, Josh Hutcherson. Dwayne Johnson and Josh Hutcherson. They get this code. They crack this code. Suddenly they find out the code has something to do with books. Jules Verne's...
You got Treasure Island, Gulliver's Travels,
and
the Mysterious Island.
And the Mysterious Island.
Those 3 books.
Right, those 3 books. Apparently those 3 books hold fragments of the map that is the Mysterious Island. And so they find out the coordinates of said island. They go to a nearby island where they hook up with Guzman and
Vanessa Hudgens.
Vanessa Hudgens,
who is disappointingly not naked in this movie. Oh well.
What are you gonna do? they just hire them to fly them out to this suicide mission to go to this island. And after they crash on the beach of the island, oh, hey, we're all miraculously alive, and surrounded by CGI insects and animals.
And tiny little elephants.
Yes,
and tiny... Holding your hands.
And tiny CGI elephants. Everything is CGI on this.
That's going to be on
They might as well have called it CGI Island.
Yeah. It's going to be on the hot list for everybody's Christmas.
Or Green Screen Island.
Green Screen, yeah.
Green Screen Island. Green Screen and CGI Island.
Animationville.
Yeah. Animationville.
Animationville. Yeah.
So I will say this though, some of the CGI was pretty cool. The birds and
I thought the lizard was pretty seamless in some of those parts where it's coming at him.
Yeah. Some of the parts. I mean, it was interesting. I was watching this kind of impressed by the CGI. It was actually fairly well done, and it wasn't all CGI. There was some stunts done, practically.
Yeah.
So I'll give this movie that it did use practical when it was needed.
Anything it could do practical.
Yeah.
It was done.
Yeah.
But I mean, how often are you going to come across a giant lizard? So
right.
They did CGI where they needed it. But they didn't go overboard with it. Right.
Yeah. I will give it that. It definitely it definitely used CGI smartly and not just overboard.
And the 3D had its moments too.
Yeah, but was this thing shot in 2D? Because if it was, I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know if this is one that was shot in both. Because I remember the original was actually shot
in 2D.
In 3D, I thought.
Oh, was it?
I thought it was because it was one of the... That was one of their big things.
I hadn't seen the first one, so...
Yeah, I didn't see it in 3D, but I had caught it on HBO or something that popped on one time.
No Brendan Fraser in this one.
No.
Sorry.
No Encino Man.
No Encino Man.
So...
Okay, so they get on the island. Here, I'm going to reposition this camera because I'm like...
His arms are tired.
Yes, my arms are tired. So...
He's been riding giant bees all night.
Yeah, so they ride bees. And that was pretty well done, too. I mean, it was...
Yeah.
It was actually... It was kind of a... It was kind of a homage to Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. In that it was a sequence where they were riding giant bees, and it was, they CGI'd it, but they did it pretty well, I think.
It looked good. I mean, definitely. I mean,
wasn't completely cartoonish.
But I mean, I guess when everything else is CGI but the actors, I guess. I guess it makes everything blends in together.
Right.
So.
Let's talk about the goofy ass jokes. The goofy-ass references to other movies. Like, they're walking on what they think is rocks, and it's actually lizard eggs, right? So once they've realized that it's lizard eggs, P.S. Dwayne Johnson is apparently scared of lizards in this movie. He says, "Lizards, why couldn't it be snakes?"
Yeah.
I'm thinking, because you're not Indiana fucking Jones. You're Dwayne the fuck Johnson. And then toward the end of the movie, there are kids playing street hockey. There's a car coming. They go, car! They move. And I shit you not, after the car passes him up, you hear, game on! Oh,
yes.
fucking A.
Hell yes.
Shit you not. Shit you not.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're on the island. They find Captain Nemo's submarine. They find Captain Nemo's submarine, and that's how they get off the island with Michael Caine, who later comes and gives them the next book in the Jules Verne's series, which is From the Earth to the Moon. So apparently, the next journey is going to be from the Earth to the Moon.
If they have another one.
What the hell was with them calling themselves Vernians? You know, like
It's-
like there's some kind of club, but you never really hear them talk about the club. Why couldn't they have been Julie's? Julesies. Why?
Because that just sounds stupid.
And Vernians don't?
Because believing in Atlantis and, you know, flying to the moon back in the 1800s was perfectly acceptable as long as it was listed as Vernian.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Jules or Julesian? Yeah, it just doesn't cut it.
Julesy?
Julesy. Yeah, Julesy.
Julesy. That was very Julesy. That's Julesy of you, dude.
The Julesy. God. Hey, Emmett Brown was a Vernian.
What?
Doc Brown.
I guess.
Him and Clara were back and forth. I love Jules Verne.
Right, but they're
Vernians.
Why do they have to be Vernians though? Why not? Why is the name of the group Vernians? Why couldn't they be like I said, Julesies or Jules Verne's?
Well, if you think about it though,
or JV.
Most things that are based on an individual are also always based on their last name as opposed to first name.
Jules. Oh, Jules Verne's.
Are you just that? Oh my god! His last name is Verne.
I thought Jules Verne was two guys. One named Jules, one named Verne.
No. This is Jules Verne is one guy.
I just made myself look stupid.
This night has been made now. I love this movie even more now. Thank you, Jules Verne, for ever existing.
I mean, I read Journey to the Center of the Earth, you know. I just had no idea his first name was Jules. I thought Jules Verne's were two people.
Fair enough. Well, that explains why you were confused.
Okay, so yeah, Vernians. God damn it. Well, good night, everybody.
Yeah, it's a wonderful. This movie is a wonderful journey for children about
literature.
Literature coming together despite differences. You know, there's morals and parenting and yeah.
Okay, so 3D, decent, I guess. I don't know. Seen better, seen worse.
The spear when he throws it.
That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. That's the one thing I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, I get because
he actually was like, ooh.
Because at one point they get into the Nautilus, it won't start. The batteries are dead.
Yeah, the batteries are dead. So
they decide to come out. They see lightning strike, and they had encountered an electric eel earlier.
Yeah.
So they decided, oh, this is gonna be genius. So they eventually hook up a spear and attach a cable to the batteries, and eventually the eel gets close enough they throw it. Well, obviously, they throw the spear and it comes directly through the screen.
No, point it to the camera.
Just like that. And it actually looks just like that.
Yeah.
And it was actually, I was like, ooh.
Pretty well done.
I was, yeah.
Yeah, it was. But everything else, I don't know. It was just, there wasn't.
Just like every other 3D movie they've had out in the past 2 years.
There's just 3D to be 3D,
yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so trailers.
Hobbit.
Yeah, we got Hobbit.
Hobbit.
Oh, which this asshole showed up late. You actually missed 2 trailers. You missed the Three Stooges trailer.
I'm so glad I came in late.
Oh yeah.
I came in at the perfect.
Three Stooges trailer. Oh, that just looks awesome. Fuck.
Why don't you take a look at the box?
Yeah, hey, Snooky, I got you something. Hey, take a look at the box. Doink. Oh, God. God, there was another one, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was. The third one was The Hobbit, and that's whenever he walked in.
That was a good time to walk in.
That was a pretty good time. That looks like a lot of fun. That looks like a lot of fun.
I mean, it's Hobbit's always been.
Let's see. We had Brave,
which I do want to see. That looks good. The Lorax.
I wish I could remember that second trailer. That's going to drive me nuts all night long. That really is. That's going to be one of those. Lorax and... I guess that's...
I thought there was one more, but obviously it was just as forgetful as the one we didn't remember.
Just as forgetful. So, so let's see. Final thought. Your final thought.
I didn't hate the movie. But I went into it going, "Oh, this is going to be a kids movie," and for what it was worth, it's all right. I mean, nothing spectacular. You know, I obviously really didn't need to be in 3D. Michael Caine's fun in it, but Michael Caine's usually Michael Caine's usually fun in everything he does.
I wanted to mention that too. Michael Caine is actually the only one that's actually putting forth a good effort. In his performance. Everybody else is just kind of there, and Michael Caine is just being brilliant through the whole thing. Yeah. So I agree there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's definitely. I mean, for Michael Caine, it's something you'd probably enjoy if you're up late night and it happens to be on cable.
And you're stoned.
Check it, or drunk. Check it out.
I was not amused. Brian saw me a couple times, hit my head in the back of my head in my chair. I was just, God, this movie was just so ridiculous. Ridiculous, you know. Like I said, it impressed me in the practical sense of the special effects and Michael Caine. You know, that was cool, you know. But overall, the story, the characters, just. God, so mind-numbingly frustrating. It was just bad. But like I said, filmmakers should at least look at this movie and take notes in the special effects department. You know,
I think it was well done. I think they spent time doing it. So.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't recommend this. I mean, you know,
not in a theater. Definitely.
Drop your kids off there, maybe. You know,
let them get abducted later if you don't really like them.
No, I mean like teenage kids. You know what I'm saying? Parents do that all the time. They drop their teenage kids off to go see this movie, and they go shopping or whatever. You know, they do something to keep the teenagers occupied.
Absentee parentism.
Sure. This is better than that woman in Georgia who left her kid in the toy department at Walmart. Oh, yeah. Did you hear about that? That was ridiculous.
What are you going to do, though?
Yeah. You'll have to look that up later. Yeah. All right, so I guess that's it. So very soon you will see Brad, Ryan, Jillian, and Dave.
Pretty much everybody. Oh, Jesus. That should be entertaining.
Yeah. They'll be reviewing... Star Wars Episode 1 in 3D.
The Phantom shit.
The Phantom shit in 3D.
You mean the people's going to be bouncing off the screen?
Jar Jar going to be in 3D. We'll see you guys.
Peace out.